I have a feeling we might see Jackson Wiggins do that again sometime soon. That included one good morning, good afternoon, good night strikeout. Gosh, it's even tough to see the fastball that he throws. Can't imagine what it would be like from 90 feet away. Nikki Chavanelle joining us, our great friend from the Rivals Network, covers Arkansas athletics at HawgBeat.com. Nikki, you've got your finger on the pulse of Arkansas fans, really, no matter what the sport is. I know, HawgBeat's got good message boards and everything like that. I'm trying to not be too excited about the baseball weekend. It's the difference for me between excitement and expectations. I have high expectations now after what I watched. I want to tamp my excitement down a little bit because it's just February. What's the temperature on the message boards on HawgBeat considering baseball?
Well, I think everyone is rightfully very, very excited. When I was talking to Hutch before the series started, he was like, I could see them sweeping and I could see them losing all three. So obviously, winning was a better alternative, and it's just really, really solid start. But, we can't over-exaggerate. It's just the beginning. There's a long season ahead, but it couldn't have gone any better.
Nope, really couldn't have, especially considering the three teams that they beat. There's a big basketball game tomorrow night, Arkansas versus Alabama. I can't believe that this is the first top 25 matchup in Bud Walton since 1998. But I wonder about the importance level of this game. I look at it sort of as a measuring stick. I know it's important because you want to get the best seed for the NCAA tournament. They're in the tournament. They're going to be in. There's no doubt. You want the best seed possible. A win over Alabama most definitely helps. But it's more like, for me, it's a measuring stick as to what Arkansas is now compared to what they were the last time they played Alabama, which was minus Justin Smith. And you're going to be seeing teams that are of the caliber of Alabama if you make it to the second round and the Sweet 16 and beyond.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's really important. I'm not sure how much it will change their seeding, but yeah, from a standpoint of finding out, what they're made of in these big games. They haven't played, the SEC this year, you have ranked teams, but they haven't played one of these huge ranked games in Bud Walton in a while, so we get to see a while is, under-exaggerating how long it's been, but you get to see what these guys can do when all the pressure is on them. They lost to Alabama by 31 last time around. So it's a huge redemption opportunity as well. And then I think they don't necessarily have to win, but keeping it close will give them good momentum for the LSU game, which another one they need to win.
Well, and hopefully it's the Alabama just doesn't hit every single shot that they take, which happened to be a whole bunch of open threes that they did nothing but knock down. Last thing on basketball, I want to ask about Chance Moore, who is top recruit for next year. What's been going on with him? I think he was he nominated for the McDonald's All-America game? I don't know if that means he'll play in it, but that's a nice tip of the cap to the top recruit for Muss.
So it's unfortunate this year they're not even going to have the game. I think they're going to honor, the final list of McDonald's All-Americans in a virtual ceremony, but there won't be a game this year. But Chance Moore is having a really, really strong year. He's averaging almost a double-double with 20-something points a game. So I think that's everything you want to see, especially since, he had an injury and he had to come back from that. And he's, just coming back and proving that he is one of the best in the nation. I think Rivals will have him bumped up in a little bit. He lost his 4th star, even though there are fewer 4-stars this year than in last cycle. So I think that they're just figuring out the priorities, and then they'll even it back out. But he should be a 4-star when it's all done. It was a pretty long list of those nominees, but good to have him on there, obviously.
Nikki Chavanelle joining us here on Halftime. Nikki, a little bit of football recruiting question for you here real quick. 4-star Texas receiver Faison Williams has put the Hogs in his top 3 along with Alabama and Ole Miss. You had a real nice post on HawgBeat talking about Faison, I hope I'm saying his name right. What are the chances that he might accidentally land at Arkansas?
Well, it sounds really good right now. I talked to him last night, and he said he's not near a decision. He wanted to just narrow things down to see where his top choices, prioritize him. He wants to, obviously Alabama and Ole Miss are in there, so he wants to see if Alabama's going to keep up talking to him now that he's kind of narrowed things down. But with Arkansas, he says they talk every day. Might be a different coach, but he talks to the new wide receivers coach, Kenny Guyton, every other day, and he has a really good relationship with him. One of his best friends is Keatron Jackson, who is on the Hill already, and he's sending back positive reviews of Guyton's coaching already. Wilson's an interesting four-star because he hasn't done a whole lot in his last 2 seasons at Lancaster High School. He just transferred to Duncanville, which is another Texas powerhouse where there will be a lot of options to spread out the ball. But the analysts, they've seen him playing 7-on-7 almost year-round now, and so they see him when he does get the ball, and he's pretty phenomenal. He won, a big Best Hands award this weekend from our analysts who saw him at a 7-on-7 tournament. So he's a 6'4", 200, almost 10-pound receiver, so a huge guy who can body a lot of DBs, and he makes that clear in 7-on-7. It's just interesting that he doesn't have that production in the high school level right now.
You can follow Nikki on Twitter at Nikki Chavanelle, and one of the things I always love seeing what the recruiting news that you post up there, and you also posted a couple days ago. You got a future cast pick that you just recently submitted for the Razorbacks. Can you give us any inkling of who you think might be heading to the Razorbacks here soon?
I think I might have hinted at this last week when we were talking about Rashad Dubinion's commitment. He's got several teammates that have Arkansas offers, 3 other teammates in the Rivals top 250. Defensive tackles already cut the Hogs, and I think he's heading to Georgia, but he's got a 4-star wide receiver teammate and a 4-star defensive end teammate, Joshua White. And I think White is getting closer to a decision. He wanted to delay it, but now that they have pushed back the dead period once again, he's kind of coming down to it, and he talks to Coach Jimmy Smith all the time. And it just seems like a really good fit for him. I'm not sure. He's got Georgia in his top 6, but I don't think they're pushing very hard. I don't think Ohio State is either. So it would just be a good fit at Arkansas, I think.
Nikki, before we let you go, it is National Dog Biscuit Day. What is Brady's favorite flavor?
Oh, he'll eat anything. My oldest dog is a little bit more picky, but anything goes, except for like a turkey cranberry variety that he didn't like around Thanksgiving.
Gosh, I thought maybe it would have been more like his namesake and, only eating avocado smoothies biscuits and stuff like that. Nikki, appreciate it.
No.
Thanks so much for joining us, as
Nikki.
always.
Thanks, y'all.
Nikki Chavanelle from HawgBeat.com. 877-377-6963 as we wrap up the first hour after a quick break. SmackDown.
Yes, sir.
You look like you had a pretty good national margarita
Had a
day.
great time last night. You had to celebrate it properly. And one of those spots we went to last night, Joe's Grill and Cantina, where they always serve great margaritas, even better food over there at Joe's Grill and Cantina. Maddie T, it's our favorite time of the week over at Joe's Grill and Cantina.
It's Taco Tuesday!
Taco Tuesday. Tacos at Joe's Grill and Cantina today, starting at $1 with chicken or beef tacos and other great options with pork, brisket, pork belly tacos, you name it. Joe's Grill and Cantina has it for you on Taco Tuesday. Over at 3400 South 74th Street in Fort Smith across from Harps. Give them a call at 479-478-9600. That is Joe's Grill and Cantina.
SmackDown needs date ideas. Stay with us.